guys, this is LaCie Knight, and welcome back to Urban Whispers Podcast. This podcast is dedicated to uplifting Black women authors in the world of romance. We've created this podcast because, book talk is popping, and Black women really get left to the side, or either they think that you are nuanced and only writing poorly written dramas, trash, gritty, and we love all of that, but we also want to create space to just appreciate all Black women authors who write in the romance space in all genres and in all ways. So I'm here today again with my co-host Sloane Bueller. Hello, and Morg Stays Book. Follow both of these ladies on social media. Also follow Urban Whispers wherever you see podcasts and everything. We're everywhere. We're all over the place. So this week we definitely have some pop culture moments to discuss. It is the holidays. You see me with my holiday hat on and my Merry Christmas sweater. Mm-hmm. We here second week of December, or the third week of December, whatever it is. And we here. Oh yes, 12 days of Christmas. 12 days before Christmas. It's almost time. So happy holidays. I'm so excited. How are you doing today, Madam Morgan?
I am doing quite all right. I woke up this morning. I said, wow, there's white dusting on the roofs and out on the street. And I said, oh, I wonder how deep the snow is. Nope. Half inch of snow outside. So much for that fantasy. But no, I'm all right. It's been a very calm weekend. Just reading and crafting and all that.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I woke up at like 4:00 in the morning and I sleep with the window, my blinds up, because there's nothing on the other side of the window. And I looked and I said, oh, because it was snowing very hard at 4:00 in the morning. I was like, it's a blizzard. Then when I actually got out of the bed at 9, it was nothing out there. So I was like, which made me happy, because in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, we usually never get snow until January. So my mind is not prepared to be having this type of cold weather and snow right now. In fact, that little half an inch and the other half an inch we got a couple weeks ago, is making it the snowiest winter ever in Washington, D.C. with just the inch of snow. That's it for December. That's how little it snows in December. So they're like, if it keeps up like this, we're about to have the snowiest winter, the snowiest December that we've seen in over 30 years. I was like, well, I've been here since 2001, and I can attest to that. Snow usually doesn't come till January, and then it doesn't leave until April.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm a little concerned of, because I'm like, okay, just a few dustings here and there. But I was like, but wait, we still have January, February, probably March. I need to go get for my car.
Mm-hmm. You do. You need to go on and weatherize it for sure. Yeah. How are you doing, Sloane, in the Midwest?
We don't have any snow, and I'm so thankful. When we rescheduled, no snow. When we rescheduled shooting, I went to I did not go to the mall. I went to 2 stores trying to Christmas shop. I only got one item in wrapping paper. Oh, well, we'll figure it out, I guess. And then I got gas this morning, and it's so funny. Every time I wear my little Black Romance University merchandise, that is when white men really want to try to talk to me. It's hilarious. Like, oh.
That's right. Cool. Get your little interracial love going.
My shirt says Black Romance U, not interracial.
Hey, that's, they love it. They love a little smart. That means you're educated. White men love an educated Black woman. Hello, Robert De Niro.
Man. Somebody once said the only thing that a white woman can do for Robert De Niro is point out the nearest Black woman.
Period. That's it, and that's all. That makes me, before we jump into our hot topic, let me just say, because last week we spin the wheel and we'll spin it again next week, but I am reading an interracial romance. My topic was about friends to lovers, and I think a while ago I was telling y'all about Tiffany Patterson. She wrote, I never understood why people would always be like, oh, I have this my man crush or my book boyfriend. Like I would just read the books and enjoy the story until I read this book by Tiffany Patterson called Aaron's Patience. And Aaron Townsend, that became my book bae just because of how he was throughout that book and also throughout the entire series. Like the Townsends in the northern part of the United States are very wealthy, and then they also have Townsends that are in Texas. But the book I'm reading is called Love Me, and this is the Townsend Legacy, which is the book about their children. And so because they're friends and they've had, like, Aaron had a friend and his son, one of the sons liked his daughter, so we always knew, like, when we were reading his book, that the children would have their book and they grew up together as friends and what have you. And so now they have their love story. So I'll talk about it more next week, but it is interracial, you know, because
put that in our chat, because I love a series that's like gonna be the parents and then it starts like a little generational saga. I love that.
And honestly, with the Townsends, you get 3 generations. So Aaron and his brothers get a story, but then you also get a book. So the Townsend series goes through Aaron and his 4 brothers. And then there's a 5th book where you talk about Aaron. Well, so Aaron is adopted into the family. Like his uncle becomes his parent. And I don't necessarily want to tell the story too much because what happens to him is really paramount to the character arc of Aaron. But the uncle and his wife, they get their own love story. And I really like how the story's told because it goes back in time, even though I usually don't like time lapses because it makes it hard for an author to stay accurate with things that are happening. There's only a couple that I know that do that really well. And so, but that specific, this is the 5th story, and they go back and forth in the time, like how he starts off, things, you know, how his brother is with his brother is Aaron's dad, and then they go to the current day because I think they're either about to renew their vows or something. There's a reason that the book was written, and it's cute. But yeah, I'll definitely. But Tiffany Patterson, she does IR. She also writes just regular. She does the supernatural again, like I was mentioning with the Townsend. She has the Wolf Pack, so those Texas Townsends, one of them falls in love with a woman who is a descendant of a werewolf. So you get a little information into that, and you go into her family. Then she has, like, if people are interested in, you know, firefighters, because firefighters are a trope. She has a firefighter trope. She has a burlesque trope, which I really like, because that's the first book that I read by her. It's this book called Black Pearl, and that is IR as well. But it was a BBW woman, and she's a burlesque dancer, and she has it was just vibe. And so you have the burlesque series. Then there's the books about safe space, where it's just this well-to-do lawyer and restaurateur, and they're both Black, and they have their love. But Tiffany Patterson's like my original stepping into romance. Those books probably came out in like 2016, something like that. But yeah, she's been around for a while, but I definitely get super excited. Yeah, 2017. I was thinking about the safe space. But yeah, I'll put it in the chat, and I'll even tag it on Instagram. So if people have read Tiffany Patterson, and it's been over a decade, yeah, go back and just familiarize yourself with her. She's still putting out stuff, but yeah, I'm excited to read about the kids. And honestly,
if you're listening and you've read her, put your favorite book by her in the chat, because, you know, I'll check the comments, and if I haven't read at the time it's posted, you know, I'll go look.
And honestly, the Townsend Legacy, this book that I'm reading about the kids, is the second. The first one is about Aaron's oldest son and a girl, and that's one of those like espionage books. Like she's supposed to spy on him and his company, and then she wants to fall in love with him. And I did read that one, and it was really good. But yeah, all of these are IR of some sort. But yeah, her name's Tiffany Patterson, and the one I'm reading is Love Me, Townsend Legacy, book 2. And since, you know, but when you brought up the fact that you was outside being a tasty chocolate drop to these white men at the gas station, it made me think about it made me think about this book that I'm reading in the IR.
That's funny. See chocolate drop.
Chocolate drop, girl. She out there giving these men what they want. Give us some hot chocolate in the wintertime. But and also, we're gonna stay in the IR space. Sloane, give us what are we talking about today? Tell us all about this trash ass man in Michigan.
Oh man. Sharon Moore. Not to be confused with Shamar Moore.
Because I definitely thought Shamar when you why you saying Shamar?
No, Shamar has his own little interracial that he dealing with, but they seem happy, so but anyway. Oh man, this Michigan coach getting caught up in this scandal. And really, the cheating would not have been anything. He would not have lost his job. But then he had to show up at this girl's house.
See,
threatening to kill himself.
So that's why he lost the job, because he threatened to kill himself, not because
he lost the job because of the affair.
Okay.
I think that she might have, I think there was some stuff behind the scenes. This is my understanding, that she, the school, of course, knew about it and said, transfer her or fire her. And he chose to fire her. And so that's clearly a wrongful termination. And he has proof of the affair. Mm-hmm. So, the school got to kind of let you go, because the school, had known about it. They chose to come out with the news when they did for a reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can't deny that. And then, instead he has 3 young daughters, and he chose to let daddy get locked up right before Christmas.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah. That's wild.
I mean, when you put it that way, it's like really crazy. Like, all of this is happening right before Christmas. These kids,
because you could
have their Christmas rocked. I mean, you couldn't have had an affair. You could have had an affair with anybody else in the world. You were making $6 million a year. You were gonna make $30 million for 5 years. Mm-hmm. You couldn't start up with this girl at year 6,
or just someone else that is not directly connected. Anyway,
anybody else? No, yeah, anybody else? Like anybody else?
Ciao.
But both of the ladies in his life were his preference. So
listen,
I don't know. Don't get greedy. I don't know.
They gonna learn these. I thought Shannon Sharp should have been teaching these people how to.
Something.
Tiger Woods. Remember?
Oh my gosh!
You guys remember how Tiger Woods
very well, because I remember when he got.
You would think he killed that girl. You would think he killed somebody or beat them, but all he did was cheat on his wife with a bunch of women. And the way that he was talked about in the news was crazy.
Because his wife is the one that beat him, and I'll never forget. I wish I still had the text message. He had that accident, and I was like, Tiger Woods is running from getting beat up by somebody. Like, that's what that happened. And then it came out the very next day that his wife was beat up at a golf club. That's why he ran off in that and got into the accident. Which I was like, see, I be knowing how these raggedy men be out here cheating and getting caught. But Tiger Woods. We're always gonna hear a cautionary tale about how these men, they get too big for their britches. They want more than what they can take. But so she was a part of the athletic team in Michigan, this woman, and he
gave her a raise.
Oh
yeah. She went from making like 50 or 60 something to like 95.
Okay, go girl.
Oh yeah, she got a raise, and then she got fired.
She dropped the lowest spread of wine for that extra 40. Okay. Add it. Go ahead, girl. Get your money. And then she had to be fired. So he fired her, and then she was like, I'm lawyering up. It's interesting. She should, to be honest. It's interesting because I know, and I'm not trying to put anybody's business out, but where I work, there's a person that's high up the corporate ladder chain. He met his wife at my job, and there's like the fraternization policy is a bit fluid where I am. You just can't report directly to whoever you can't report directly to who your partner is. You can still work at the same company. You can even be on the same team, but you don't want to have that power dynamic. So when he got put into the position that he was in, basically anybody that would be in a relationship with him would be susceptible to that power dynamic. So he made his now wife get a job somewhere else. Like she left. She took the job because baby, he making. If you look at the 10K, the 8K, Freddie Mac's earnings for these board directors, you see how much money he making. I would have tiptoed right on out of that too. I don't know why he didn't just pay the girl off. He was like, "Girl, I gotta let you go, but we're gonna get you over here at Colorado State with Dion and them."
Okay.
Probably because his wife,
Oh, right.
He was married. Forgot about that part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was married.
Mm-hmm.
So she was mad. And then, so why did he get arrested?
He showed up at her house threatening to kill himself. Somebody said with a butter knife. And then I've also heard, I've heard that. I gotta look that up because I don't believe it. But they did say that she called her lawyer first, and her lawyer advised her to call the police, which is why I was like, oh, she had the lawyer on deck for wrongful termination. Because why wouldn't you?
Right. And why wouldn't you call them saying he's at my house trying to kill himself with a butter knife?
He's at my house.
Is he in jail now?
I saw his arraignment. I think he got bonded out. I think, somebody did bond him out.
He was released from jail with a $25,000 bond. He broke into her house, stalking and breaking and entering. So he had third-degree home invasion. That's a felony, and 2 misdemeanors.
Stalking, 2 misdemeanors, yep.
In a domestic relationship and breaking and entering.
I wonder if he's going to get to go home for Christmas. Is his wife going to let him in the house for Christmas? Because they do have 3 young girls.
Those women, they're very docile. That's why these black men date them, because they claim that these women are so docile.
So docile, they'll chase you with a golf club, make you run for you.
So docile that they'll shoot you. So docile. I mean, it's so many stories. Like you had that guy in Florida who was dating a white woman, and he was all online talking trash about black women on Instagram and on Twitter and everything. And the girl literally stabbed him up, and then his brother gonna come out and say, "Why aren't the black women taking up for my brother after this tragedy?" We were like, "What?" Let the people that he cared about take up for her.
There's a true crime show hosted by Holly Madison, one of Hugh Hefner's, little bunnies. And they did an episode on her, and that girl is out of jail.
Yeah,
they interviewed her friends, and her friends talked about, how she was, just about how bad of a character this guy was. They never knew that she was being abused or anything, but he was a bad guy, and
how convenient. He was a bad guy, but they all.
Nobody ever saw anything.
She never even went to jail. I don't even think she was actually arrested.
I think she did.
But this was in Florida.
I think she was arrested, but
she did the stand your ground thing. But
yeah,
it was in Florida. So, but yeah, I don't think she was ever like tried or anything. She was able to murder that boy and live her life. Get her another one to string him up and shoot him down. I'm just saying, you have, and even if you even go back like 15 years ago, you have Steve McNair, who was dating a woman. They were only together for like 6 months, and she lured him to her house with threats of killing herself, and she did kill herself, but she also killed him. And he had just had a baby with his wife, his black wife.
Where is Dr. Umar?
Dr. Umar, he needs to run me my money for donating to his school. That's where he at. He ain't hiding.
If it wasn't for that school, I would really, I don't know if I would rock with him too hard, but I wouldn't give him as much grief as I do.
Yeah.
Every time I see him, I'm like, y'all, let's not do too much, because he does need to show them people that school.
Apparently the school is open. I mean, well, not open, but it's built, and it's like we lost Morgan, but Dr. Umar says that. So Mark Lamont Hill went to the school in Delaware. He was like, it actually is in existence. And honestly, Dr. Umar, everybody's entitled to their own opinions, but the way he just loved black women, I just be like, all right, cool. You can be as crazy as you want, because he be like, Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. And I'm like, all right. But he says the reason the school isn't open and why it's been taking so much money is because he literally is doing this from ground zero. Like he's like, yes, I am. Like people know who I am. Like he's infamous. I'm not gonna say he's famous, but people know who he is. But he doesn't have any backing. Everything is like 100% grassroots. And so if he's starting from level zero and he's also like, I have to hire, if this is what I'm pushing for this educational program, he has to hire quality educated people. That costs money. He had to secure a building, get the building built. Technology costs money. So I'm like, okay, Umar, but then let me see these balance sheets because I want to know how much money you have. Because I agree. Like, yes, if you are, but I feel like you've been building this school since before my daughter was born. You can't even have like 15 kids in the school to say they graduated and did some things. Like, you can't have a pilot group or something at this point. Like, I'm gonna let you rock only because
there's some grants you can get. Does it have to be strictly donations? Can it be some grants?
I'm sure that he probably has applied for things. I don't know, but I'm giving him because I had been side-eyeing him for years and hollering about the school until Mark Lamont Hill was like, I actually saw the school, and very very much Mark Lamont Hill and I are he's a little bit older than me, but we both he joined the cult. I considered joining the cult, so I feel like we're kindred spirits. So if he saw it, then I'm like, all right, I vibe with it. And we talked about the cult that Mark was part of. Yeah, we did. Remember he joined the cult with Dr. Malachi York, and he moved to Atlanta and is helping them build those pyramids. Yes, and I told you I was about to be wrapped up by them young hot tenders on GW campus talking that good talk to me until it was just like
the scammer.
Yes, the scammer. By who, Morgan? Who wrote that?
Tiffany D. Jackson.
Yes, Madam Jackson. That's a good book, and it was very true. Oh my God, people, have y'all read it yet? I haven't heard anybody because I really want to talk about that spoiler, that cliffhanger, that whoop whoop whoop, that flip the script. I've never read a book and I wasn't even considering that this would have been this would have been the reason why all of this happened. Like it was never just a thought in my mind. I thought this girl was just in grief and honoring her brother. That was it. Tiffany Jackson. Yeah. Tiffany Jackson. That was good. That was
a good book.
I would just tell everybody, I need to bring it back. Read The Scammer, people. We need to go live and see if Tiffany come up here and talk to me. Read The Scammer, folks. And then just read everything by her. She's great. She's fabulous. I hope she gets everything she deserves. I hope that she gets the same type of trajectory as what's my girl's name? Kimberly Ryan. I hope she gets put up like that. I feel like Jaquel J is gonna get uplifted in that realm, which will be a huge thing for urban romance because she put out the top 5 and she was the 3rd most read author this year. And this was not just in urban romance, it was just period. Jaquel J was in the top 5. And I was like, okay, Sister Kate, as much issues as I got with you sitting here fucking around and ruining Naheem's character and making Capadonna the more important twin. Other people like it. I just was like, girl, you ain't gotta, shit on Capone. That's my dog. And then everybody wants to be a homie hopper now. I joined, I'm in a group meet. It's called the Homie Hoppers because they all are in the Washington, D.C. area. And so because because Jaquel J is so many people talking in her Facebook group. So this one girl was like, if you're in DC and you want to meet up and talk about the group, here's my group me. And it's called 305 Homie Hoppers. And I was like, and there's introduce yourself, Kaiser, because that's my Facebook name. Introduce yourself to the homie hopping community. I was like, I'm just here to meet people who like to read. I'm not a homie hopper, nor am I even a Capri fan. I was like, I read the book just so I could get to Sims, so that way I could follow the story. Fair. But neither her nor Quamir, Meerkat, whomever.
Meerkat.
Get him out of here. Get them both out of here. Bring me minutes. Bring me. And then it's interesting. Well, y'all haven't read Qasim's book yet either, but some people really want things to just be popping off so fast. Qasim's story is a slow burn, but it's because they have to navigate their trauma. Each one of them, Qasim has like a lot of trauma himself. His love interest is in a horrible domestic violence relationship. So they gotta heal from that before they can get together. In addition to the fact that we gotta be on at the end of the day, regardless of how I feel about Capri and Quamir, we still infernal gods, and we got to be having shootouts on the Staten Island Parkway. I got to be killing people. I got to be throwing. I got to be setting coffins on fire. I got to be dragging people through the roads. We got shit to do. So you got to let that story be told in the midst of us being infernal gods. Okay, like give the woman a chance. People read the book and enjoy everything else that's happening because this stuff going on. Because setting a funeral, the fact that she literally wrote that and had that man in his coffin dead, every transgression he did, they were like, this ain't enough, we about to set this shit on fire at the funeral. When I tell you I laughed so hard.
Yes,
I loved it. But yeah. Well, anyway, Sharon Moore, good luck to you and your white wife.
Oh,
good luck to the kids.
Jeez.
Yeah, good luck to the kids.
Oh God. Moving on.
Enjoy. Merry Christmas. Ooh. I wonder what's that like. What's that going to be like? How old are his kids? Like what's the energy going to be like?
His kids like middle school.
They're middle. Oh, that's so bad.
No, they're young. Yeah, they're young.
But if they're in middle school, that's awful because middle school kids.
They're young, but I think that classmates can read headlines.
Yes.
And middle school kids, when I tell you, middle school kids are worse than high schoolers.
My friend did 6th and 7th grade. Horrible. Talk to your kids, people. Talk to your kids.
I taught at a small Christian school. I was a science teacher for 6th through 12th grade. My worst grades were 7th and 8th. By the time you get in the 9th grade, they taper out a little bit. But those 7th and 8th graders, treacherous.
She had one that had asked her some question, and I forget what it was. And then she answered it, and the girl was like, yes, because as a member of the furry community. And my friend was like, what?
Girl.
6th and 7th grade, you guys. Talk to your kids.
Please talk to your kids too, because because I just sit and listen to some of the conversations.
That's what she did too. That's what she would do too.
Sitting here like, why is this even coming to your mind? Like apparently in Washington D.C., like at the bus stop, there's an ad about eye syphilis, and listening to kids talk about how you get eye syphilis is interesting.
Do they know?
No.
Do they know how you get it? Oh, no. Gosh, really talk to your kids. Okay.
They don't know, but they have assumptions. And it's always, and I'm just like, first of all, I was wondering why the bus stop even got this ad up about eye syphilis, so you would even had a conversation. But it's literally like if you were in Washington D.C., I'm sure
outbreak.
But it's a man. He looked real sad, and his eyes are like white, red, and yellow. And they're talking about getting things untreated lead to eye syphilis, and I'm just like, because I was wondering why this was even a conversation when kids were talking about it, and I was like, oh, and then I happened to see a bus. I was like, they saw it on the bus. But yeah, things about.
But yeah, that's why you talk to them, because could you imagine your kid doesn't know and then they learn it from their classmate and they're clearly learning wrong?
Yeah, they're learning wrong. And I was even talking to my daughter, was like, not about this, but just in general. Somebody had called or something. I was like, Google is free. At this point, you're 14. If you want to ask me
Yeah.
about it, get on the Googler Schmoogler and find it out.
Yeah.
And know for yourself. But yes, these kids, they will sit and chat about some things. So look at you. Look, that's what you need to be thinking about, Sharon, your middle school child sitting here being harassed because you can't keep it together. Can't keep your side chicken line. Then you got the nerve to be over there talking about I'm about to kill myself, like you ain't got a bunch of kids to take care of.
Mm.
Like
Yep.
what? That's what you gonna do?
You went to the wrong house.
Children. I got with a butter
You
knife.
went to the wrong house. You were supposed to go to where your kids were, sir. You went to the wrong house.
His wife probably kicked him out, though. You have embarrassed me. You are a part of a Big Ten school and have embarrassed me.
Yes.
And you got to.
But she might have stuck around. Tiger's wife did, right? She
did not. She divorced him.
Oh, well,
yeah. Ellen,
maybe she wouldn't have.
I don't think.
But he still has earning power, so
he cute.
It was just an affair.
I get the appeal, the allure.
He's
a chocolate man.
Until he opens his mouth.
What does he sound? What he sound like?
Oh, they asked him a question. During like the 2020 unrest, they did ask him a question about race, and he was like, he did that. I don't see race. And then went on to say, my wife was white, so obviously he sees race.
Are we topic that just pissed me off?
I know.
Now that you brought this up, and I'm looking closer at him, I don't like his beard. It doesn't.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's not good. It's not a good beard.
Underneath. It's like, what are you talking about? This is Beijing. I don't like his beard. He looks a mess. How tall is he though? See, I'm sitting here like he looks a mess, but does he meet the height requirement?
You know what?
He probably does. He probably does.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he look. You know what?
He looks like
he's a pretty.
He looks like he has a preference. Coach. He looks like he has a preference, but it's nothing that couldn't be fixed. But not that. Not what's Dr. Umar call it? The coon chip.
The coon chip. Like, I'm gonna get Dr. Umar to come on here and talk to us about one of his books.
Child.
That'll be my favorite conversation. We just gotta turn our volume all the way down because all he knows how to do is yell. So that's the only thing he knows how to do, just yell at you. But if you get past the yelling, because he's a Philly nigga, and they funny. Well, to me, they are. They crack me up. Them East Coast Northerner men, they are funny. So I feel like we could get Umar on here to talk about. We're just talking about Black women authors, especially since he's fucking around with Sukiana.
Like, wow. I love him some Suki.
Wait, are they still together?
I don't know if they were ever together, but it was Sukiana and then Mona from Don't Call Me White Girl. He was like both of them. He wants to have two. He believes in polygamy. He wants to have two.
I thought you were talking about. I thought you were going to talk about Suki, Ray J, and Dr. Umar of it all. Because Ray J said he was never with. He said he always with Suki. While his girlfriend was sitting there.
Talk about him. Ray J
was sitting there about to cry, and Charlamagne said, "Don't cry."
What? When that happened?
This clip. I just saw the clip. Ray J was like, "I'm always with Suki," because somebody asked, "Does Suki still have the?" I don't know. He was with some girl that was sitting there. Charlamagne looked at her. He said,
Love, his wife?
No, it wasn't Princess. It was somebody else. Charlamagne looked at her and said, "Don't cry. You look like you're about to cry. Don't cry." I was like, "Girl, get up and walk out of that studio."
Yeah, Ray J.
He said he always was Suki.
He is, but Dr. Umar is too. I mean, I think they do. I think because Sukiana gets the joke. So, because she be with that white girl that I can't steal, the podcaster, Billy Atoff, or whatever her name is.
Bobby,
yeah, I can't stand her. But that's who they be around. But anyway, some of these clowns that don't date black women, I'm off that. What are you reading these days, Sloane? What's on your book list?
Nothing. I feel like which is crazy. I'm picking out my Grumpy Sunshine romance. I've got a couple of them pulled up. Let me actually look because I don't know what I'm going to read, and we'll find out next week, right?
Yes, we will. We'll find out next week.
It was, I like kind of just went on, honestly, I went on, okay, well, I maybe don't have them pulled up, but anyhow, I just went on TikTok and they actually had one that I was like, okay, I think I could read this one. We'll see. We'll see, y'all. We'll see. But I am supposed to be listening to the audiobook for A Light by A.H. Cunningham. I've owned that book I have so many audiobooks because I fall for that Audible sale every year where they're like 50% off. So I get that thing gets me every time. But yeah, she wrote that book, Plie, that you put in our cousin chat like a long time ago. And so I was going to read this. It's like the Firework or Firecracker series, A Light. It's the first book. They are, I believe they're Afro-Latino. Somebody's Afro-Latinas. I think she is, or something like that. Yeah. So I don't know, just something different I was trying to do. And then, the Tasha Marie dropped some Christmas books, and you have mentioned them, and I'm like, yeah, I love the Tasha Marie. It's a good little short read to catch up on my reading goals that I will not make this year. So,
the Tasha Marie is the one for me. What you got going on? What are you reading?
Well, hold on. I'm about to look up the Christmas ones for the Tasha Marie, but I read a couple Christmas books this year, one of which was a like contemporary Christian romance, which I
love it.
I didn't know until like after the third prayer. I was like, wait. I like this book, but it was really good. It was a fluffy kind of romance, but it was good.
What's the name of it? I love Christian romance.
It's called You Make It Feel Like Christmas by Toni Shiloh.
Oh.
She labels herself as a contemporary Christian author. But what I can tell, most of her books are Black romance.
Okay, Toni. Hey, girl.
And then I read The Great Disillusionment of Nick and Jay. It's like a play on The Great Gatsby if Jay Gatsby and Nick were actually lovers and not Jay Gatsby trying to go after Daisy. And this is my first kind of like LGBT, I guess, kind of book too, but it wasn't like a whole bunch of sex. It was the young guy not really understanding his sexuality.
I love that.
Really, really traumatic at the beginning. So, yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed that. And then I'm reading my next book that I'm catching up on is The Girls Who Grew Big. Kind of like a teen mom from 3 different perspectives. And yeah, it's been good so far. I'm about halfway through, so I'll finish and tell y'all.
And those are the arcs, right?
Yeah, the Great Delusionment comes out in January. The Girls Who Grew Big actually already came out, but I got the arc book late, so I'm just doing the review anyway. But
you mentioned a teen mom. For some reason, my mind immediately went to this book, Quincyana, and it's by, I think it's Sierra Lee, who is the sister of Sion Lee.
Oh.
And it's a cute little coming of age. Yeah, she like is a teenager who becomes a teen mom, and it's truly a coming of age. And I actually really like that book. And I met her too.
This summer?
Like I kept looking at her. I said, "Oh, is this her?" And then I just asked her. She was so sweet.
Is that the only book she has, Sierra Lee?
No, she has some other books.
Okay.
That one is called Quincyana.
Sierra Lee with a C or a
C.
C, like the singer Sierra. CIA.
I think it's spelled differently. Is it?
No, CIARA. I'm looking.
All right. Okay.
She has many talents. Okay, she's a dancer, writer, and artist. Go off, Sierra Shanti Lee.
That's what it is. Sierra Shanti.
Oh, Quincyana. I see it.
See if Sion pen is strong, I'm gonna see if they keep it in the family because we love this. Basically, is a Sion Lee podcast. So we don't go to an episode without talking about that little girl.
My
and her
bad,
book.
y'all. But Teen Mom just reminded me of that book because I actually have really liked it. It was a cute coming of age story. And sometimes, I like those.
Yeah.
She's a teen mom. Girl, she was a teen mom, ended up getting pregnant with twins.
Oh,
I
Oh,
mean, yeah.
poor
Just,
thing.
yo, poor thing is right. And then she meets a boy. And of course, his parents are like, you dating who?
she fast and all that probably. Yeah.
And she really wasn't. She just got caught up, girl. Just got caught up.
Mm, mm, mm.
But she made it. So coming of age.
Yeah.
So I have been reading quite a bit, even though I said last week I'm not gonna have time to read because I haven't been on the train. I've been in the doctor's office lately, so I've had time in between things. So last week we brought up the fact that Lady Nisha put out a book and it's called Problematic. I definitely have read that. She always pulls me in, even though all her characters are insane.
Absolutely.
They all be crazy. When
Mm-hmm.
these characters people be crash outs. She is the queen of a crash out character. I was hoping to spend the will to give me a crash out. But anyways, it's Problematic Volume 1. Y'all know I hate a cliffhanger. Only when I don't know that it's a cliffhanger. The fact that it said Volume 1 let me know that there's going to be other volumes. So I wasn't mad when I went in this, and honestly, this book was over 600 pages long, so I'm glad she broke it up. 651 pages for this book. And I liked where the cliffhanger ended. The people are
And that's
both.
what I was going to ask you. How was the cliffhanger? Is it
It's
a
necessary.
satisfactory
It's
cliffhanger? Like
necessary.
Catching Flights was a satisfactory cliffhanger.
Catching Flights was not a satisfactory cliffhanger, and I was so glad that both of those books came out at the same time because I was sitting there in that corner that Thanksgiving, and I was like, I'm almost done with this book. She better have the other one ready for me to go. Right, the song was like, yes, there's another one, but no, so the cliffhanger is actually the entire scene that happens, and you'd be surprised the problematic person isn't the man in this book. Quite honestly.
Oh.
So I personally like that a lot. I do like, and she really enjoys writing stories about celebrities. We do get what's his name and what's his name. You get Star,
the rapper.
Yeah, you get Star and you get Rollo. You get Star from Losing Control. He's there, and then Rollo's also there, and you get Marley and Ra's wife, I forget her name, the thick joint. They make a presence. They don't come up immediately in the book, but I think that they're going to be heavily discussed in the second book. But it's nice to just see people come back. And then did and I don't know, because I feel like what's his name in Bambi? Did King start a record label in Bambi?
Did he?
Eastwood? I don't think I know in the book, in Bambi he owned the clubs or what have you. But I don't know, because King shows up in a couple of her books. I don't know if he or Tristan start a record label, or maybe
I could see Tristan doing it before I could see.
Well, maybe he did, but I feel like one of them. At any rate, the record label comes up, and I was just like, maybe King will show up in here too, and all them damn badass kids will make an appearance, because his children were terrible, and at this point they got to be like, they were terrible as like 6 and 7 year olds, so now they might be 10 and 11 and even worse.
Little menaces.
Yes, and I just want Lady to.
I just remember when he crashed I'm sorry, y'all. This is a spoiler. I'm sorry. Spoiler for a years old book. When he crashed the sleepover.
Oh,
because he was like, we all go to bed. We don't go to bed alone. So
I
him and all these
bed by myself either with 4 kids. We all coming to the sleepover. So
they gave him time during the day. Then at night when it was bedtime, they showed us.
Them kids was bad. They hated him being anywhere near. Them boys would fight him over his wife. I always loved that. But and this is another spoiler too. When they had the girl singing the song and was
Oh
twerking
gosh.
for the karaoke.
And my sister loves that. My sister loves to bring that up.
They said they're twerking. Like what, Lady Nisha? You are too many things. But anyways, yes, I did read Problematic by Lady Nisha. I think that people will definitely really enjoy it. It is she's doing a really good job with character development too, that I like as well. Because usually she just jump right into it, and then as the characters talk, you learn more about them. But
Mm-hmm.
her description and the story itself is really great. I think also because this is truly urban romance. It's not like urban fiction or anything. It is a romance thing.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed it. I like when people step away, like you all are in these different situations because you are urban and you live in the hood or you've grown through what have you. That's not necessarily the whole of your story, you being a drug dealer or whatever the case may be. It's more like in the background. So I definitely like that. I also have gotten into, and I don't even know why. I think I was on Facebook. Yeah, that's what it was. I was on Facebook and someone made a post in one of the groups I'm a part of. Was like, who is a male character that stood up to brothers against a girl? And so they were like,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
brother in the Dillinger family series. Jada's love interest, his name's Quaid. He stood up to all these brothers, and he's
Mm-hmm.
like, and the thing is, they were, and I was like, oh, okay. And then they were like, then they started talking about him being like a super nerd and still being able to stand up and go toe to toe against them. So I started reading about the Dillinger family so that I could get to Jada's story. And these are all like maybe 200
Like
to
Kimberly Brown. She did not say the author, y'all.
Oh, sorry, my bad. The Dillinger Family series by Kimberly Brown. There's 5 books, and each book is based on one of the kids. I guess there will be a 6th book, which is Mia's book, which I want to read more than I want to read all of the other books. But read them all so you get to know the brothers. And so there are 5 kids, 2 girls, 3 boys, and they all have the same father, but the father had 4 different baby mamas with all these kids. And but the baby mamas all get
Rolling
along.
Stone.
They all co-parent really well, and so it's a love story. And they're all like they're not like they're more like sharpshooters or assassins.
Oh,
Of assassins. And Jada is one of the characters. She does like all of the tech stuff. And so her story was really cute. But I read the other 3 books so that I could just really understand the family more. So by the time I got to Jada's book, it would be great. But I enjoyed all of that. I enjoyed the family. I think last week, I was talking about how I was reading that other series and I didn't like any of them until I got to the last story with the girl that Sloane said she's not going to read. Was
The
the Crenshaw
Crenshaw King.
King?
I
Yeah.
am going to read it. No, I'm going to read it. It's just going to take me longer to get to it. That's all.
Yeah, no. So my same feelings about the Crenshaw Kings and them getting their women interest, and it's all because they have to do some type of savior complex with all of them. It's the same thing with, and I guess that's just the trope, and so it's just like you're going to read through, you have to be used to it. It's just like it's just not my vibe per se. But when I get to Jada's story, because she is this cyber, she's basically like Penelope from Criminal Minds, if that's what you want to say to that. And he is a hacker as well, but he didn't grow up. He grew up as a nerd. He was like bullied, and then he made this friend who taught him how to fight, and so now he can fight and all of that stuff as well. But he's truly a nerd. They be doing anime, do cosplay, going to Comic-Con, all these things. So I was just like, that's me. So I really like their story, the Dillinger family. I am about to read the 5th book about the brother Steph. I think that's his name.
Okay.
Still, they call him
Still.
Carry On. So all the other books were like 250 pages. This book,
okay, that's nothing. That's
nothing. But but Steele's book is 407. So it's a bit longer. But his story, and it's not a spoiler because they kind of allude to it. All the other brothers are just cheaters, notorious cheaters, and dogs or what have you. But apparently, he got his heart broken when he was in college, and that's what turned him into the type of man that he is now. But and so they talk about it so much that even though I haven't gotten to the 5th book, I've downloaded it, but I don't know what it's about. Obviously, whoever the girl broke his heart and then ran away. So obviously the girl gonna come back.
Obviously.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a story about them.
But they don't have to be together, you know. I mean, maybe there ain't gonna be a second chance. Maybe it'll be like, you know.
I mean, second chance romance is my thing. That's my favorite.
I love a second chance. I love a second chance. But sometimes they come back around and it just don't work out, and that's okay too.
But I'm a second chance romance author, so by all means, bring it back.
I love a second chance. No, I'm not gonna lie. I love a second chance. Yeah.
So I'm reading that, and then for the holidays, you know, the Tasha Marie, Queen of the Short Story. Sloane introduced me to her during Halloween. She wrote Slay. My eyes are so bad. Slay My Name This Christmas. And so Slay My Name. Isn't that nice? Slay My Name, SLEIGH. Slay My Name. This is an anthology. So it's like 137 pages, but it's 3 short stories. And they're all really cute. Grown people doing grown people things. And that's it. It's all about Black professionals who dive right into the temptation.
I said, who would like to get their freak on?
Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. It's lust, it's sneaky sex, and it's holiday nights. They just having good old fashioned fun.
You know what's so funny? While I'm sitting here, she actually has sent me a friend request sometime back, and I accepted it on Facebook. So maybe we can get her on the show. You know, my DM her and be like, girl, you know, for Halloween, I introduced you to the girls, and let's come on the show. Let's talk about.
And Evelyn Latree says she'll come on. So y'all need to read her book. So when I bring her on, it ain't just me talking.
Okay, I'll read it.
Well, she's written several, but the one that to the moon. You never read that one? No. All right. Well,
no. There's a reason why it's not her. No, it's not her. I just never read it.
Used to be busy, chair. But yeah.
Girl, look, every time people be like, what are you going to read? I show them a screenshot of my the amount of unread books I have. And I said, hopefully one of these. I'm not trying to be rude, but it's like 1,500 books on there. Okay. So when I say hopefully I'm reading one of these, I actually mean.
And the crazy thing is, I don't even keep up with the TBR anymore because I'm like, I fly in the wind because somebody I'm just into it. I'm gonna read this book.
Yeah.
You know, I'm actually gonna read something by Chanel Parker. I think
Boston.
To Boston with Love. I'm gonna read that.
It's a Friends to Lovers and Second Chance.
So I'm gonna read that.
Yeah, they were together. They were together as teens, got separated for reasons, and she stayed friends with him, and yeah, it's the Chanel Parker messiness of it. And I love her. So
that's my road dog. So yes, I'll definitely be reading that. So who knows? I might talk about both of them for my Friends to Lovers. That one, as well as the story about Aaron's daughter. So I can't, by Tiffany Patterson. Bring her back. Yes, gotta bring my IR people back. But yeah, can't wait to find out more about that. Also, pushing it, getting y'all ready. Starting in 2026, we will have our Storygraph challenge. So hopefully you guys have added the app, Storygraph app. This is a Black-owned Goodreads, if you will, for lack of a better term. So pay that $4 too, and give them their money. Support them. Yep.
I want to say a feature that they have that I personally like. So if you have a Goodreads, go add literally every book that you can to your want to read that you know that you do actually want to read, because they have a feature on their to read shelf. Like if you go to the filters, you can sort it, you can filter it out by page count. So if you're in the mood for a book that's less than 300 pages, that is one of the options. And I love that. And on the TV and on that page, it tells you like part of the information about the book. It tells you exactly how many pages it is. So it doesn't go, it's like anything less than 300. So you do have to kind of look there. But like if there's some novellas you want to knock out for a challenge or something.
Yeah.
It actually has a lot more reader-friendly features that Goodreads probably would have if they hadn't gotten purchased by Amazon.
Can't win them all. Cannot win them all. But yeah, that's our story challenge. Morgs has definitely done her due diligence and created a nice monthly challenge. Like I'm excited to start reading in January using the challenges.
That's some good stuff down here.
Yep. So I mean, if you download Goodreads and you follow Urban Whispers podcast, can they see the challenge now already?
Yeah, you can see it, and so you can do is you can go in and start adding the books, but it won't count until January 1st.
January. Okay. So follow us on Storygraph, follow us on Goodreads, follow us everywhere, and chat with us via the pod information, or chat with Sloane at @Sloane_Bueller, chat with Morgan at Morg Stays Book. We're trying to sit here and get Morg Creates to become an official sponsor of the Urban Whispers podcast.
We have to talk about that on the back end, right?
Trying to get us a good little sponsorship going. And happy holidays, people! And we will again follow us everywhere. We are literally everywhere. We're also on YouTube. Add us to the YouTube, and we'll see y'all in December. Y'all see us. Well, with December last, you getting a double header, or you received a double header because Tech was being funny. So an episode didn't post the second week of December. So you're getting to the third week of December because it's already queued up that way. So, but you will be seeing us every week in December, and then going to bi-weekly in January. Hopefully we'll go live soon with these fabulous ladies so that y'all can chat with them and ask them questions and engage with us more online. And we will be back. Thanks for listening. Bye.